How do you handle conflict in your relationship or marriage? This is one of the most difficult topics, and I'm sure if you talk to some divorce lawyers, you realize that conflict management is one of the reasons why a lot of people actually divorce, because it is a skill that most of us haven't learned. Problem resolution is quite difficult, and when we don't get our way, we find ourselves fighting. So a lot of couples fight. They fight because they're crying to be heard, they're not understood, or whatever the reason is. Things are happening and, there's a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. Conflict resolution is quite key in a marriage, in a relationship. And it's important that we physically and mentally and emotionally do the research and try and understand how to manage conflict within a relationship. We should be able to understand that when things are escalating, what do we do? My wife and I have had quite a lot of disagreements and issues over the 14 years we've been married. And I found that there were some conflict resolution challenges that we faced. One of them was that I would allow things to build up and become worse than what they should be. I didn't manage the situation properly. You have to get to a point where you arrest the conflict, because the conflict can take different levels. It moves from step 1 to step 2 to step 3, stage 4, stage 5, and if you don't manage it, it can become so explosive that it destroys a lot of things that are going on within the home environment. So I had to learn to try and find a way to douse the fire. I think just a simple sorry, especially if you've done or said something or done something wrong, is going to help to slow things down. And we've also used the word of God to try and reel us back to a point where we can be able to be civil with one another. And I think being civil with one another is another very good skill. You should be able to talk to your partner with respect and with love. I think these two things, talking to each other with respect and with love, are quite key, because if you talk to your husband with respect, and if you talk to your wife with love, then it means that your words are going to be laced with salt and spices. So you're not going to be coming out being sarcastic or being harsh or, finding criticism as part and parcel of your daily communication. You're going to communicate in such a way that the person who's hearing what you're saying realizes that you're not attacking them, but you're actually trying to communicate. And I think listen to understand rather than listen to talk and to be heard, because a lot of the time when we're talking, we're already counting the words of the person that we're talking to a point where we're not even listening to what they're saying, but we're ready to jump in and give a reaction. And this is where the problem starts, because the other party starts feeling like, oh, you know what, I haven't been heard and this person is not even listening to me. And we all rise up to the occasion and we start fighting. And this is what we want to see, getting better in homes, where we listen to each other to understand, we use our ears to listen, and we use our mouth to talk with love and respect, so that when we have this conflict, because it will come, we can be able to manage it in a way that helps us to be able to talk about the issues, deal with the issues in a loving and respectful way.